Hello, my name's Alan, and I'm with Press Play Streaming Studios, and you are watching ATSW, the Escape Pod, a proud member of the Red 5 Network. This is a public service announcement. Please, ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, keep your hands and your arms inside the Escape Pod at all times during this broadcast. Buckle your seatbelt because you're in for a wild ride. Enjoy the show.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing. Hello there.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is Don DellaSnooch. And joining us tonight, Chantal.
You guys are the best opening.
Welcome to episode 81 of the Escape Pod, Spooktober, Mars Attacks. Clankety clank, bitch.
Yeah.
Clankety clank.
I decided that all October shows from now on are going to be called Spooktober.
I was not notified of this.
No,
Although,
I just
I did look at the notes as you were putting them on there, and I was like, Spooktober. And I thought I had it figured out until I had to say it out loud, and then I was like, Spooktober. I am my words mixed up. So that happens.
It does happen. It does happen.
So how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Last day of work today.
Yes.
I have the next 2 days, 4 days off. We're going to Chicago to visit Roe. Just
Why?
kidding. We're going to Chicago to watch my son graduate from the Navy boot camp.
That is awesome, dude.
Congrats.
This is awesome. He called me yesterday afternoon, and I got super dad proud when he told me that he completed everything and is officially a sailor.
That's awesome.
He can't even fuck it up. So
That's awesome.
well, I guess he could fuck up and get court-martialed like between now and then.
Yeah,
but
let's not do that.
Yeah,
Let's not try to do that.
let's hope
Not the
that
goal
doesn't
to
happen.
achieve.
No. It sounds like something I could do though.
Yeah.
Be like, I did everything I had to do, and then I threw it all away because
It's like
Court
running the
martial.
marathon and then just tripping before the
before the finish line, and then being like, you know what? Fuck getting up.
I'm done.
What else I got going on? That's about it.
Charles Westcott in the chat says General Shinobi is now the hottest commodity in podcast. Yes.
It's very true. And right behind her is Lunar Girl. Lunar Girl has been doing more podcast work in the last week and a half than she's been taking care of Dragon Buddy.
It's true. It's true.
I'm sure Dragon Buddy's
Sorry,
like,
DB.
bologna and cheese again. She's like, bitch, I'm a podcaster now.
It's what I do.
That's what I do. Podcaster got a pod.
It's what makes me me.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So happy to be part of this magic.
I definitely will tell him that you said that, Alan. Thanks. So what did you get up to this week?
A whole lot of cheerleading stuff from my
Fuck it.
ladies, from my little ladies.
This motherfucker went MIA for days because he was at cheerleading
We
stuff.
had cheerleading stuff all weekend, man. My girls do cheerleading, and one of them unfortunately couldn't do because she had a COVID scare, but she was in close contact with somebody with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So we went, when she got her home, I drove over to Sam's. We bought one of the home tests. The test came back negative, so we felt fairly confident, but we still left her at home. You stay at home, you can't do nothing, unfortunately, until we're doing the rapid response one on Monday.
Right. Is that the one where you take them and you hang them upside down from the shower curtain and their face turns purple? They're a witch.
And they throw powdered sugar at them too. It's part of the delousing and the witch test.
So no COVID.
No COVID.
Okay.
So
great.
she was COVID free. But my other one still, the show must go on.
Uh-huh.
And I had to be in the stands because I run covert operations and I videotape the other teams and I send them to my wife while she's backstage because my wife is a coach and she'll watch them so she knows what she's going up against. So she knows like, hey, we got to get it right, got to get it tight. And unfortunately, the girls took a step back this week. They finished third.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's because my daughter was missing. Without her, I think they would have moved up.
Well,
or stayed
I think
second.
that is a fair and unbiased analysis.
You know, that's what a dad would do. That's what a dad would do.
I can respect that.
Well, you know, my girl is she's one of the good ones.
Alan says you build a bridge out of her to see if she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm not a witch. Look at your nose.
I'm just, well, you know, hey.
That's so good. It's so funny.
We had the cheerleading competition on Saturday. And then we got home from that and the wife had some studying to do because she had a test.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to keep the kids out of her hair to the best of my abilities, which is, it's not an easy task. Because they just slip around you. Like you're like, hey, mom, study. No, and then one comes in through the back door. It's like, mom, and you're like, what the did I just? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I had to play interference for a little bit, and then Sunday we had sideline cheer at Lumen Christi.
Mm-hmm.
They got a nice new football field.
Yeah, I bet they do. All that money they're stealing.
All that money. Yeah.
Now, I want to take just a second before you go on with your week.
Yeah.
And I want to explore the idea that Lunar Girl brought up of an act DJ.
A what?
An act DJ. Like, ack, 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 ack,
what the fuck? Oh my God. Don't ever do that again, please.
I beg of you.
That was just awful. Nobody needed to see that.
Yeah, but now nobody can unsee it.
Yeah, but of all people, it had to be you.
Now I need a lobotomy.
My head looking like the Mars attack.
Yeah. Get some Slim Whitman going on in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's good. I should have done a sound clip of that.
Yeah,
so I could have played it up. On that. Yeah, because everybody loves to hear Slim Whitman squeal.
Sure.
No, we can't play it.
Sure, we can.
No, we can't.
I bet we can.
Play it on YouTube?
I guarantee that song's public domain by now.
You think so?
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out. We'll run it. You talk to the people. I'll look it up.
Okay, look it up.
And then you've got Chantal. So
I can look it up on my phone and play it right through the board.
We all have a phone.
You're really pissing me off. I'm trying to do a thing here. Okay?
All right. So you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. You can also check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts like War of the Stars that had a great show this week about Ahsoka Tano and had our friend Lunar Girl on.
Nice.
Very good. And From a Certain Point of View podcast that just told us about their favorite movie moments.
Fantastic. Did you listen to that one? Was it some good stuff?
It was good stuff.
Nice.
Definitely worth the time.
Love the Back to the Future soundtrack.
That's the thing about the Red 5 Network. Even after what we've been in there for a year almost.
Has it been a year now?
It's creeping up.
It's getting there. Possibly.
I've never heard a bad Red 5 Network show. And now we're like, what, 32, 34 podcasts strong?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a metric fuck ton if you were to use that metric measurement.
That was after like we had some people leave.
Yeah.
You know, we're still 30 some deep. In fact, we just added
as
a new show.
Rolling deep. It's true.
Do you remember what show Mandalorian's on?
No.
Chantal?
I have to look at it. No, I don't. I have to look it up.
Okay.
I know she's working with some people from the UK on it, so.
Oh.
Holy buns.
Fucking UK.
Cross the pond.
Right there,
yeah. You get some chips.
Some chips? What the fuck?
Fish and chips.
You get some.
Okay, yeah, he was
get some
mentioning the
chips.
fish. You just get chips. I was like, I can give you fucking chips.
No,
You have to
get
specify.
crisps.
Yeah, he got to be specific. He's like, you get chips. I got barbecue. What do you want? Let me
You don't
know.
put barbecue sauce on chips.
No, that's not what I'm
It's
talking
gross.
about. Barbecue
Lay's.
chips are good.
You can put barbecue on crisps.
Barbecue chips are delicious. Lay's barbecue chips
Who
are delicious.
fucking dips French fries in fucking barbecue sauce?
I do.
This motherfucker right
That's
here.
weird.
That's
Yeah.
not weird. Screw both of you. You guys are weird. How dare you?
Oh,
Barbecue
nice
sauce and
retort.
French fries is delicious.
100 episodes for certain point of view.
Oh, nice. That
That's
is nice.
That's swinging your big pod dick around there.
swinging for the fences.
Try
Mhm.
not to hit anybody with that. Jeez.
Whoa.
Like the one in space today.
Fucking yeah. Speaking of dicks in space today, they
Nice
shot
segue.
Will Shatner into the fucking sky.
Mhm.
Oldest man up until now in space.
Mhm.
Up until this moment.
Mandalorian show is Galaxy Queers podcast. That's right.
That's a new one.
I don't know how new it is.
I thought it was new.
And Lunar Girl co-signs dipping fries in barbecue sauce.
Thank
Why,
you.
Lunar? Why?
Yes, because it's delicious.
I just don't think that our
It's ketchup or
UK
nothing.
friends would agree.
How about malt vinegar?
I don't know if they do that there.
That's delicious too.
I think they eat fry sauce.
Fry sauce.
Yeah, which is like it's a weird like
Fry sauce.
ketchup mayonnaise thing.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mhm.
I can do that.
Fry sauce.
I can do that.
We'll have to look
Ketchup
up
and
the
mayonnaise
recipe.
mix.
I'd
Kids
rather
in my
do
middle school
barbecue
used to do that.
sauce. Barbecue sauce is delicious. I'm just
It
saying.
is, but not with my French fries.
High five to Luna Girl.
Play us a little Slim Whitman there.
Slim women. All right.
He's gonna do it. We're gonna see if we get kicked off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It cracks me up.
That almost made my fucking
right.
head explode.
Mhm.
About 17 seconds of it. Look,
You better take that. That
no,
could be
I
important.
can text her.
All right. You text her. I'll read your part here. If you listen to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday night, like some people are doing right now
Yes.
on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod. And please join us at patreon.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod on the search creator bar to support the show and get in on the exclusive escape crate. And don't forget that we launched a new tier. We've got people coming in as shipbuilders now at $1 a month. Everybody's got $1.
Everybody's got a dollar.
I don't have $1 because nobody's signed up at that tier yet, but everybody else has $1.
Everybody else has $1.
It's like it's one of Chantal's coffees every 4 days. Nope, every 7 days. One Chantal coffee a week.
We're gonna save her life.
She goes to
Yeah.
Starbucks and spends
A
like
lot.
$82 at coffee.
Oh my lord, she gets like the triple and
Excuse me. I collect stars. I get a lot of shit for free at Starbucks.
Oh, okay. Do they put
VIP
General on
there.
your cup yet?
No, I should.
You
do
should
that.
tell it from now on. It's General
Yeah,
Shinobi.
it's General Shinobi.
Most of the time, I order ahead of time, and they just go by what your name is on the app.
You need to change your
Next
name.
Change
time
your
I
name
do
to
that.
General
Shinobi.
fucking
Yeah.
Shinobi.
I
That
want
would
them.
be
I want them to
fantastic.
write that. That'll be a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Welcome
cool.
to Starbucks.
Challenge
Here's your
accepted.
coffee, General fucking Shinobi.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I love it.
I'm doing it.
So good. So good. I got this one.
I think you should.
Yes, let me do this one, coach. Please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod and make sure that you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, tote bags, in addition to sweet t-shirts and hoodies. They're pretty
Yes.
sweet.
They are sweet.
I like them.
I gave my wife my first hoodie
Ooh,
because
the
when I
blue one?
yes, because when I bought it in what I thought was going to be my size.
No.
It was not. When you go to buy a hoodie, if you like a nice, like roomy hoodie, go up a size.
Go up a size. There you go.
The shirts are on par, but I think the hoodies
Little
up a
small.
size.
Up a size.
Unless you're a little people.
If you're if you're from Munchkin Land, maybe.
I'm a big 2X.
I am a 3X, a solid 3X.
I'm not a 3X, but I am a big 2X.
This background is very slimming.
Yeah, really slimming. Like this.
This is what space does to one.
My arm is actually like 12 inches wide here at the
God.
This. So it's a special background we ordered from Amazon that makes people look thinner, which is
No, I need that
it's
background
then. Follow us at ATSW _ the Escape Pod on Instagram and at the Escape Pod on Twitter, and join us at ATSW the Escape Pod on Facebook.
Look for us in the Facebook groups. We are ATSW the Escape Pod.
Right. Come and share kind of silly shit that we do, like the poll that I ran on Twitter today.
Ended up
Wow.
on the Facebook
You're right.
group.
Yeah, it did. And let me look real quick to see what actually won on that poll.
I don't think when I looked at it, nobody had voted.
I did.
There's
Oh,
Voted?
did you?
there's been
yes,
because
you
when I looked
did.
at it, nobody did.
a
And I was
bunch
like,
a
okay,
bunch of
so
just
people
mine.
voted. I asked Twitter what the best part of Mars Attacks was.
Yes,
The first option was Ack.
Mhm.
that's a solid.
Yeah. Second, Ack Ack.
Ooh,
Third, Ack Ack.
now it's getting tough.
And then the fourth one is Ack 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 Ack. and Ack 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 won.
Well, because that's a lot. That's a lot for one to take in. That is,
So
and I'm a little insulted.
you should be. I don't normally talk about your mom like that, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. I'm glad she's not listening to the show.
Oh, she's listening tonight. I asked her to.
Play nice.
I wouldn't have said that without her
I'm
knowing.
gonna take your mom out for a nice seafood salad.
I think you should. She
Never
likes
call her
seafood.
again.
and never call her again.
She doesn't want to call. She
Dorothy
just
Van
wants
Tooth is a
crab
saint.
legs.
Nice seafood salad.
Let me get into the chat shout outs, man. We got Backyard TARDIS in the chat, Lunar Girl, Charles Westcott, Zori Blissful's in the chat.
What up?
Sorry.
Hector Riviera hanging out with us
What's
as
up,
always,
Hector?
most often.
Most often.
Alan from Press Play Studios, good show. I heard that there was somebody on Press Play Studios here with us.
Holy shit.
It's the fucking General Shinobi.
Yes.
I'm everywhere.
How are you enjoying that?
I love it.
working with
It doesn't
Alan?
feel any different. I was only on every week as a guest, so it's
That's
not that
true.
much different.
That's true.
Invading his
That's true.
fucking show.
It seems like a good fit. You guys work well together. We got Dragon Buddy in the chat. Let's see. And Darius Payne checked in. DJ Red 4's in the chat.
What up, DJ?
And I forgot to mention, and I'm gonna mention it again in a minute. Darius is now a Patreon member.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So thanks. Special shout out to Darius for
Yay.
joining us on Patreon. That kind of looks like everybody. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So let's get into the general shout outs.
We should.
The shout outs of our friends of the pod, if one would to say. Yes.
Well, so we've been to the UK and now we've
Yes.
been to France
Yes.
and Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks.
Oh, and space. We went to space with
Space.
William Shatner.
We did go to we went to William Shatner space. Crazy.
Yes.
First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is Dave and Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies. They are doing their thing, although they're not doing their thing. They're doing their thing by not doing their thing, which is taking a hiatus.
They're taking a break. And I got to say, those dudes haven't taken more than like a week in years.
Yeah, they've been doing it strong for a while.
Yeah.
Even through the 13 name changes.
Right. Every once in a while, they'd have a week off here or there, but Those guys apparently needed a fucking break.
Yeah, and that's good for him.
Yeah. Maybe they'll come back and Jason won't be so high strung.
I think after the football season, after doing Booth in the Back and this show, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah,
Maybe just a week. We're gonna just take a week off.
like you want to call it the end of season 1?
Oh, that's fucking fire. Oh, that's so good.
I
Season 1 has come to a close, bitches.
We'll have a season 2 then.
Oh shit.
Fucking whoo.
I'm not ready.
I know.
Plot twist.
We really went somewhere, guys.
Oh my fucking lord. Next we have Used and Abused with Kim and Scott doing their thing, doing 2 shows a day, talking about the racing in the morning and whatever the fuck they want to talk about at night, whether it be this, whether it be that, whether it be Nirvana, whether it be Nevermind, whether it be Nirvana's Nevermind. I don't know, but they might talk about it.
What?
Yep.
Never mind.
It happened.
Huh?
Just letting you guys know. Then we have Big Swede for Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube. And I just don't have the energy for all the Swedes.
Don't forget about the essence of Swede.
Essence of Swede is so sticky though, man. I don't like talking about it. It makes me feel dirty.
Talk about an earworm.
Yeah. Just wetness and gross and like it's like
You really took us somewhere.
Don't say the M word. Don't say the M word.
Space.
It's just so moist.
No.
Napa Valley. Oh, M word.
M. Lunar, he's
mouthfeel.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
Oh, I'm not thirsty anymore. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
I
need a drink.
Patreon shout outs. Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Big Swede, Jen and Jess Bolt, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Backyard TARDIS, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, Darius Payne.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
And as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate, which we are going to draw at the end of October.
That is close.
And I still haven't ripped the video from Sidebar Cantina.
Yeah, never gonna happen.
I'm bad at this.
You're gonna just put the link to it and then say go to this.
Go watch this 3-hour podcast. At the end, they open the box.
Oh my
What's
god.
in the box?
Shit, man.
Eric Dub Williams in the chat.
Oh, what up, Dub?
Got here just in time to hear me say his name.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know what time it is?
It's one of my favorite times.
Are you ready, Chantal?
Chantal, are you ready for this time?
Depends what time it is.
Uh-huh.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yes. Movie time is the best time.
It is. I get excited just every time I hear our friends sing us a song.
It's such a lovely jingle because it's for those who are not in the know, that is Dragon Buddy and Luna Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
And
really?
it's such a yes, it really
sure
is.
I didn't know that.
All of the jingles are made by fans of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I learned
They
something new
put them
today.
together and sent them to us as an audio file, and he added them to the board, and that's how we do all our introductions.
Nice.
First thing on movie news, Will Poulter from Maze Runner and We're the Millers, Chronicles of Narnia, has officially been cast as Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I seen some
I saw
pictures of
that.
this dude. He's got a very chiseled face.
He has a very specific look.
Yeah, he is very Adam Warlock. Is he sexy?
Not
Is
to
he?
me.
No,
Not to you?
Not to me either.
Not my type.
Ashley and Brandy showed up.
Oh, what
Hey,
up?
Ashley
Hello,
Brandy.
Brandy.
Yes,
It's always Brandy. It's never Ashley.
Yeah.
It's okay. She has the keys to the.
She's in charge.
to the social.
She has the
media.
keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, she has the keys to social media. Next, we have Marvel's WandaVision spinoff with Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness is in the works. Hahn will return to play Agatha, and it was being described as a dark comedy. I'm in for it.
All
Yeah.
for it.
I
I love her.
She
Yeah.
was one of the most interesting things that was going on in WandaVision.
Yeah, even in all the little different slips in reality or whatever you want to call that, her
Mhm.
character was always very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was always kind of the main disruptor and you know, the fulcrum of all the interesting shit that was happening.
Yep.
This was interesting. I didn't even know exactly what to think about this except get excited because it involves my favorite decade.
Mhm.
That 70s show will be returning, but it will now be that 90s show.
Do you know what it revolves around?
Better be fucking Nirvana.
It's Eric and Donna's daughter
Oh,
spending the
no
summer
way.
spending the summer with Red Foreman and what was the mom's name?
Oh no, wait. Kitty?
I'm brain farting her name.
Maggie?
No.
Midge?
What the hell's her
No,
name?
that was the neighbor's
That was
wife.
the neighbor's wife. Well, ex-wife eventually.
Fuck. Kitty.
Kitty.
It was Kitty.
Fucking
Yeah.
dragon buddy for the save.
Yes. Oh, Just Jen coming right in too.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
it's fucking Kitty, you stupid asses.
So it's supposed to be their kid staying with grandma and grandpa for the summer.
I think that's
awesome.
fucking great.
And
The
they're
90s.
gonna have some callbacks, and they're gonna
Mhm.
bring some of the old players in just to have little cameos and stuff like that.
If it
Of
is for the 90s, everything that the Goldbergs is for the 80s,
Oh,
Thanks,
it's
Jen.
gonna be the best time.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I you know, I don't
and
think
like, I'm smiling because that's
Right?
fantastic, man.
I don't think we've talked about it on the show, but I fucking adored like the first 4 or 5 seasons of the Goldbergs. It was like walking through my childhood.
Right. I
Other
didn't
ones
get
in
into
the
it that
80s.
much. I've seen a few episodes, but it's not a show I've really gotten into.
Well, Adam Goldberg is in that story. He's about 5 years older than I am.
Right.
So everything that was happening to him was more like what was happening to my brother, who was 6 years older than me.
Mhm.
But I identify with, you know, all of it like feels like being a kid for me,
For you.
you know.
Me and General Shinobi don't know what the fuck is going on.
You fucking youngsters.
Oh yeah. So watch New York Comic-Con attendees lose their minds over an early Ghostbusters Afterlife screening.
I don't know why it says watch other than I fucking copied and pasted that.
That's why I read it. If it's on the teleprompter, I fucking read it.
I know.
Okay,
I'm
Ron
an
Burgundy.
asshole.
God.
So there's some videos floating around online of people like right as the movie closed, people fucking dug this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
And
hearing good things.
yeah, it seems that everybody who has seen it is happy with the way it was treated
Hmm.
and with the story it told.
Awesome.
Not just one or the other, not just, oh, you know, it feels like nostalgia and therefore I love it. They're like, no, this is a good story and it feels like a thing that I loved.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I'm
Which is
excited.
everything that we want. And now I want a Back to the Future 4.
Wait,
Don't get mad.
if Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd aren't a part of it, it can't happen.
I
won't
don't think
accept
that's going to
it.
happen.
I think that,
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
I
So
think you
that's
could-
why I'm saying it shouldn't happen.
but I think you could do it with Michael. Wait a minute. Michael J. Fox die?
No.
Good. I'm
But
not.
He has
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
I'm not brain
I don't
dead.
know if he would be able to do it.
So you have him be the dad and don't give him a shit ton to do other than a few scenes where he can
No,
hold it
No,
together.
then
Shut
what's
up.
the point?
shut your mouth. you
And Christopher
blasphemous
Lloyd's
whore.
got like
Oh
one
my
foot in the
God.
grave.
I'm gonna smack you
kidding
right
me?
now.
I think it would be fun.
No, it would not be fun.
Doc
And then
Brown
they-
would be dead by now, first of all.
Yeah, if you
based
make
on
it
what
that
his age
old,
was. And Christopher Lloyd's got one foot in the grave anyway at this point. So I don't know how you're going to get him to do
Perfect.
it.
this is
Perfect.
awful. This is the worstest, awfulest idea. I'm not allowing you.
It couldn't be any worse than Back to the
Please,
Future
when you
3
put
was.
this on iTunes, delete
Ugh.
all of what you just said. Edit that shit
Future
out.
3 is terrible.
I know.
It's the worst idea.
I want it
ever.
just the same.
You create it in your own mind with Legos.
Yeah.
Um,
Keep it in there.
So I want to bring up, because I said I was going to do it a couple of weeks ago. the new show on HBO Plus,
Max.
Foundation.
Okay.
This and Salty Nerd just spent an awful lot of time talking about this. This is one of the best science fiction anything I've seen on TV or in the theater in a long time.
Okay.
But by science fiction, I mean this is fucking science fiction. It's not Star Trek. It's not, there's no fantasy. This is straight up Isaac Asimov science fiction.
What's it about?
In
a nutshell.
A civilization, much in the future. I don't know particularly if it's our future though, just a future. Where all of the governments of all of the worlds have kind of coalesced behind one leadership.
Okay.
The leadership is known as Empire, and what that is it's one man who keeps being cloned.
Interesting.
And he's always in in 3 phases. There's always a baby, a youngster. There's always middle-aged Empire, and then there's evening or something dusk Empire, which is the old one who's getting ready to go. And they essentially, through their passed along wisdom, rule the galaxy.
That's awesome.
There's a mathematician who comes up with a mathematic principle where he's determined that the empire is going to fall in the next 500 years or over the next 500 years. And when this comes to light, Empire's pissed off about it. So he exiles this mathematician and all of his followers to a planet at the end of the galaxy known as Terminus, where they create this giant archive of all of the universe's combined intelligence. And they call it Foundation. So that when the next civilization arises, they have all of the information that would have been lost in the fall. Now, I'm 4 episodes in, and I have not read the books, so I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Right.
But I'm telling you, as a watcher of this thing, this is the smartest, well-delivered, beautiful to look at science fiction I've seen on film or in TV. And I have no idea how long. It's incredibly impressive. Now, if you ask Jude from Salty Nerd, she fucking hates it. She's like, I read the books and I fucking hate this. But most of the other guys at least are all like, no, this is fucking fantastic.
Right.
And even Kadish, who hates almost everything I love, is like, no, this is fucking good sci-fi. And I'm like, yeah, Kadish, tell him. You tell him.
And what service is this on?
It's on Apple Plus, which
Apple Plus. Okay.
everybody I've talked to is like, oh, fuck that. Another streaming service. That's bullshit, too expensive. It's $4.99.
It's not expensive. It's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap, and you get excellent shit like Ted Lasso, which is one of the best fucking TV shows I've seen.
Ted Lasso's amazing.
In forever.
That's what I keep hearing.
I have to rewatch it.
Mr.
Yeah,
Blue
I have to
Sky
rewatch
over
it. I love
here
it. No, it's great. I love it.
Pre-sweet all over the place watching Ted
I'm
Lasso.
not ready to free sweet everywhere.
I think you are.
Oh.
I think you're ready for the full Ted Lasso release.
I cannot stop talking up that show.
So if I had to get rid of all streaming services except for, let's say, 2, I'm keeping Apple Plus and I'm keeping Disney Plus.
Nice.
and everything else I could live without. I mean, I like Hulu. I like my
HBO Max.
HBO Max. There's good shit on HBO Max. I'm just saying, if I had to narrow it down to just two, Apple Plus and Disney Plus.
I might see how much it is for a year to buy it. If you buy it outright,
Yeah,
just buy it outright.
I'm gonna get off of my soapbox, but if you get a chance, everybody out there, check out Foundation. If you like sci-fi, because if you don't like, real sci-fi, like for the sake of just sci-fi, you'd be like, I don't know, this is thick.
If it's well done, I'll watch
it's
it.
incredibly well done.
But if it's like, no offense, if it's like Sci-Fi Channel caliber, which sometimes Sci-Fi Channel, their shows look a little cheaply made.
No,
you know what I mean?
They
But
look
if
very
it's something
B-rate.
that's if it's something that's like I love the new show Resident Alien, but at the same time, you can tell the production value is different from a Sci-Fi Channel show versus another type of
right. Yes, you're not getting
streaming
that.
service. But like Apple Plus, I would check that
Yeah.
out because it's Apple Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I
You're
know the
getting
production's gonna be better.
Mandalorian quality.
Yeah, that would set me
actually
in.
you're getting a lot more practical effects.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then I'll check that out for sure.
They do a
'cause I
lot more
miss that.
practical, they don't have the volume or whatever.
I miss practical effects.
Some of your backgrounds and stuff are going to be
Mhm.
CG, but they don't have something like the volume to just dream up a thing,
Right.
They have to make stuff. And it's got a huge budget, and in order to start making it, HBO made them lay out 8 seasons of this show, what they wanted to do for 8 seasons, because they weren't going to buy onto something that was this expensive
Right.
if it turned into Lost.
Right.
So, like, really fucking good. Foundation.
Okay.
There, I said it. If you don't like it, don't at me, because I ain't got time.
Damn.
No, I saw Andrew talking about it in the chat with Rose, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's fucking
Yeah, he
worth
mentioned
your
it
time.
too. Okay, I'll watch it
And if you don't like it within the first 2 episodes, if you're not intrigued,
and
you're
stop.
probably not going to.
All right.
That's fair enough.
Good to
But
know.
once
then I'm
the
gonna get
initial
Ted
fall
Lasso.
happens, if you're not bought in,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness. So, moving on from that, what do you got?
Master of the Universe Revelation Part 2 has been announced. The release date for Netflix bringing out anime's second part is November 23rd.
It is right upon us.
I'm excited to see it.
All the Motu nerds already pissed.
Yeah, they already hate it. Everybody who didn't like the first one,
I loved it.
I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was for me.
And I did not like the original cartoon.
I enjoyed the toys. I
Right.
had more of an affinity for the toys than I actually did for the cartoon.
Mhm.
So I really enjoyed.
I totally
show.
agree with that. I think the original cartoon was pretty trashy. So, Chantal, you got any?
I have no comment.
No?
No, no.
Motu doesn't do it for you?
No, I don't think
I
I
can
ever
live
got
with
into that.
Fair enough. It's not for some
Fair
people,
enough.
and I appreciate that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Power up.
I'm bad.
And that was made by a friend of the show, Jess.
Yeah, Jess Bolt made that.
Hell yeah. Friend of the chat, friend of the show,
Friend of all the things.
friend of the Pop Smoke.
Man, you guys get a lot of
Pop
free
Smoke.
labor, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what we were like. You know what? We should exploit our friends.
Let's do it.
Free labor.
Uh,
They have no idea how much we're making on the back end.
yeah, we're
Later.
making
I
so
know,
much
like
on this.
millions.
Yeah, I just bought a new house.
Right. I just put new
Hoarding
tires on
it.
the Lambo.
Yeah, Lambo. The fucked up thing is the roads here in Michigan are so bad.
That's why I had to get
Yeah.
new tires on the Lambo.
He's on his 11th set of new tires this week.
And I've only had, I was gonna say, I've only had the car for a week.
Roads are rough here.
Bad.
I thought
Like,
Miami was
we're-
bad.
Yeah, well, we've had a certain political group been siphoning money out of the road fund for a long time.
Gotcha.
Final Fantasy 16 developer confirms an expansive skill tree for the PS5 RPG. And Yoshida-san said one of the best feelings during an RPG is when you unlock a new skill tree, which I agree. If you play RPGs, like when you open up a new section of the stuff that you're going to get to do and you're looking at it going, oh, that's going to be cool. Oh, I can't wait till that happens. I dig that. You play RPGs?
The last system I had was a PS2. What do you think?
We're going to have to send you a Switch or something.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't like to play. It's just been a long time.
General Shinobi. We're going to start a GoFundMe for General Shinobi.
Yeah, General Shinobi's GoFundMe.
I would love the PS5, honestly. My brother-in-law has it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's a sick system. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That Spider-Man game is awesome.
The adaptive triggers on the controller and stuff. It's just amazing. Let's see. Final Fantasy 16 is currently in development for the PS5, although a release date has not yet been pinned down.
Good. They don't know. Don't say.
Yeah, don't say and then be late. We've already talked about that so many times.
Yeah. Rockstar Games announces Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition. And if it looks good, if they've really upscaled the graphics, I'm in. But if it looks like the old shit, I don't want it.
Well, the Grand Theft Auto community on the internet immediately started screaming, "We want Grand Theft Auto 6, you assholes."
Tis true. Tis true. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna put this out, I want it to have this gen's graphics. I don't want to have old gen graphics that you cleaned up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's some silly conversation in the chat where I believe they're trying to imply that there's an alien attack on Xboxes or Xbox was made by aliens. I'm not entirely sure. I know that it's not good.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
Let's see. Half of the gains to the number of people in the US who regularly played video games in 2020 have been lost.
Yeah.
I know we brought it up on the show about 6 months ago. Yeah. We're like, that's not gonna last.
It's not sustainable.
But I also read another article where adults between 35 and 40 are playing more hours per week than they were before 2020.
I believe it.
They got sucked in.
They got sucked in. So I'm assuming that means that less people in their 20s are playing a lot. Oh, not that one.
Oh, there we go.
And then this last one here for video games, this is me too. I started playing Metroid Dread on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been loving that game.
Yeah, this is one of the best video games I think I've played in maybe since Skyrim came out. And you're talking PlayStation 3.
Damn.
Jeez.
This game harkens back to everything that made all the Metroid games wonderful. With the strength of a next gen console, as far as like Nintendo's current gen is the big two's last gen quality, you know what I mean?
Right.
But this game is fast, powerful, responsive. It doesn't do shit that you didn't tell it to do. It is very complicated as far as what you have to do with buttons sometimes. Like you got to use your left hand to lock something, your right hand to switch to the weapon you want to use, and then your right thumb to trigger it while you're aiming in a 180-degree radius. So I mean, it can be fucking tricky. But the puzzle quality of this game goes back generations when they made video games interesting and well thought out because they couldn't do things that were visually stunning. So it incorporates visually stunning with real high quality game construction that I haven't seen in a couple generations.
That's cool.
So if you have a Switch and you were ever a fan of the Metroidvania style games, this game is cool. It's fucking hard. I'm not going to tell you it's not, but it's a cool game.
Have you been playing it on the console or have you been playing it on the TV?
I've played it both ways. I prefer it on the TV, but I know a lot of like the guys over at the Kind of Funny podcast. They all prefer playing it on the handheld. That's one of the beauties of the Switch.
Right.
Is that handheld mode is beautiful and crisp, and the controllers are responsive and yada yada yada. But then you can throw that up on your TV and it scales perfectly.
That's awesome.
You know, you never get like, you know, when you play something, you're looking at a screen that's 7 inches, you would think that it would be spatially different than when you blow it up on, say, my 65-inch living room TV.
Right.
Nope. It plays perfectly.
Nice.
And then, like, I brought it in here to the studio and I played it on these 20-inch monitors. Perfect.
That's cool.
So, you know, if I don't know what kind of gypsy magic trick that Nintendo's done to make this happen, but it goes against everything that I know about computers and graphics cards and blah, blah, blah.
It just works, man.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about the Switch. I'm gonna have to get the Switch.
I love the Switch. And it's kind of a bargain at $300.
My mom just gave me hers.
That's what you said.
Aww.
Yeah, and then my son gave me Mario Kart 8.
See, you're in like swimwear.
Oh, dude, I love Mario Kart.
So there's my glowing endorsement.
You can play battle mode against the computer.
Yes.
I play the shit out of that.
Yep. There's my glowing endorsement for Metroid Prime and the Switch. Let's do this. Let's do this.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
Yes. Look at that. She got her Bo Sox hat on.
She's ready to rock and roll for Sports Talk.
Yeah, ready to go to Beantown and hit some baseballs.
I don't think it fits me anymore. Yeah, it's pretty old.
It's a good looking hat.
I love the Red Sox.
So
it's like old
that sound clip was made by Darius.
Yeah.
Darius
Like, are you telling me everybody who's made the clips?
Yep. So now you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were not around yet when all that happened.
It was ages ago.
It was ages ago. Somewhere around episode 35 or something.
Was it?
I don't know. I just fucking picked that number out of my head.
I was gonna say, wow, you actually remember?
No,
thank you, Hector.
Hector apparently likes sax music.
Oh, sax music. Nice. I like the classics myself.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to tell us what happened in the games last week?
Let's talk about this. Michigan escapes a loss at Nebraska in a 32-29 nail biter.
I haven't shit bricks that big. I was at B Dubs with my buddy, sitting on one of the high top chairs, you know, where your feet don't touch the ground. And there was an interception by Dax Hill. And I stood up thinking I was going to cheer like on my feet, right? I'm standing on the fucking chair. And then the thing starts getting wobbly and it almost comes out from under me. And I'm like,
that's fantastic.
I almost bashed my face on the table trying to celebrate.
That's fantastic. I watched it in the living room until I had to go to bed because I had to work the next morning. So I didn't get to see the nail
Boo.
biting.
It was
Sucks.
nail bitery.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it was pretty close when I stopped watching it. So
That whole night was pretty awesome because we started off going to a Michigan hockey game.
Yeah.
And when we got there, it was 2-2. And then Lake Superior College fucking went up 2 scores, like bang, bang. Like, and 2 scores in hockey is a huge deficit.
Yeah.
If you're not a hockey fan.
Right.
And I bet you they went up 2 scores inside of 3-4 minutes.
Wow.
It was serious. So I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna lose this game. So then I start paying attention to the football game that's happening on the TVs in the boxes. Michigan went up 13-0 on Nebraska at the half. Michigan closed out a 7-4 win against Lake Superior State University or whatever it is up north. And we went to B-dubs. And by the time we started at B-dubs, Nebraska had started scoring.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 22 points in that quarter, in the third quarter of the game. It was crazy. And then it turned out into a slugfest.
Hell yeah, it did.
At the time, or by the time that game was well into the fourth quarter, I started realizing that I wasn't breathing. My buddy was like, you got to take a breath. I'm like, thank you. Oh.
Well, with that being said, let's talk about how MSU handled business against Rutgers 31-13. Penn State lost a monster game against number 3 Iowa 23-20. And fuck Ohio State.
Fuck Ohio State. Lunar Girl really took that Penn State loss to the heart. That really upset her.
I was watching that game. It wasn't pretty.
It wasn't.
Once their quarterback went out,
yep.
It was all over.
Poor
The new kid who came in, he just he didn't have his shit together.
What did we figure out that kid's or the quarterback that went out was? Sean something?
I don't even know. Was I supposed to look it up?
No. Lunar Girl told us earlier. His name was Sean something.
Floppy McFloppinson.
Floppy McFloppinson. Broken McBrokerson.
Yeah. Ouchie McOwie.
Yeah. He had some of that too. And Lunar Girl said, Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford.
Lunar Girl said they're still not being real clear on what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
That's never a good sign.
He's a zombie.
He's now a zombie.
He was hit that fucking hard.
Yeah, he turned into Aaron Rodgers and now he must be incinerated.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to purge out the bad things.
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
So this coming week, Michigan gets a much-needed bye week. Michigan State will travel to Indiana, where I hope that they lose. And Penn State will host Illinois, which if you guys don't win against Illinois with the worst quarterback in all of college football, you've got something wrong with you.
Let's talk about this next part.
We should. You should say it because I can't.
Okay. The Lions are still winless because they are the worst.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, it hurts my feelings every time I think about it. And then I'll read this one because
we got to do that for each
because
other.
we got to do that. John Gruden is out at the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. He resigned after evidence of inappropriate emails containing homophobic and racist content. Also obtaining photos of Washington cheerleaders forced to pose topless.
Oh, forced?
Yeah, forced.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. All the bad things.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And like you were saying earlier, they found all this shit while investigating the Washington football team. So,
we were talking about this during the booth in the back.
So we have no idea the level of depravity that all this is going to turn into.
Yeah.
How many head coaches are going to find themselves in the fire? There's more going on with this than just John Gruden being a piece of shit.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but there's other pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And whether they're as high profile in name as John Gruden, there's going to be some fucking pieces of shit thrown on the fucking fire.
My personal point of view, and it is what it is. I think that some of the stuff that makes some of these people as high powered as they are is a need to fulfill whatever fucked up shit it is that got them motivated in the first place. I think in order to drive that hard in life, there's either something incredibly wonderful about you or something just gross.
Yeah. It's possibly.
And I think that a lot of times it's gross.
It's possible.
Whether that's greed or weird sex stuff or
Yeah.
It's just
It's
always,
true.
look at the kind of shit that you see in like the Catholic Church where there's just all the fucked up shit that happens. The church isn't bad, but bad people go there because it's a place that they can do bad things.
Right. Fair enough. I like that. I like how you put that.
So, anywho, moving on from that ugly news.
Let's get into the next. Oh, this is some of my favorite stuff.
It is.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
Really?
So that
right
was
in the middle of my fucking hot sheets.
That was our friend Will Smith.
Was he calling? See if we're gonna do Bad Boys 4.
Apparently my mom has forgotten that it's Wednesday.
Yeah. You should let her know.
I did.
You should send her a personal message.
It's going to be very personal.
Oh boy.
What the fuck is your problem?
You should call her.
Well, the thing is, she might have just heard Brady yell. She's only 25 feet from us.
It's true. It's true.
Maybe 35 feet. Anyway, let's try that one more time. Ready? Because I would hate to deprive you.
Thank you.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
It's true, though. It's such the best investigative reporting on the planet.
Once again, our friend Will Smith made that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Tommy Lee Jones.
And Tommy Lee Jones.
Both buddies of ours.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, guys.
You guys are big shots.
It's just a thing.
Keep it down. Keep it down.
Yeah.
We know people.
We're little bullets and big shots.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I like how you put that.
I like that.
It means something good. It means something good. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt. My t-shirt guy doesn't make t-shirts.
No, but I might want to make that one. That was fun. Kristen Ritter getting new Jessica Jones series on Disney Plus. This is good news.
Yes.
I hope they don't retcon the Netflix stuff.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Because the Netflix stuff went back to Disney now. So Disney owns it now. So it's on Disney Plus already, correct?
Yes.
So
because when Netflix made the movies, they only had the properties on loan.
Right.
With the understanding that those shows would go with the intellectual property rights later on.
Right.
So it was like, hey, let's get all our money for this before the shit goes somewhere else.
But I just want shit to connect.
Yep.
Keep it connecting.
I believe that now that these shows are moving into Disney Plus's ownership, they will at least connect by way of referencing what's happening.
Yeah,
in the
I don't need to see Jessica Jones in a Spider-Man movie.
Right.
But if I heard her name referenced in some sort of Marvel movie, I would be like, oh, they said the name, like that would be good enough for me. I would be like, oh, that was awesome. You know what I mean? That as a Marvel fan, I would be hype on that.
Right.
That alone. But they didn't even do that with the Marvel movies when they were part of Netflix. And that was kind of bummed me out.
Definitely. Mandalorian star Rosario Dawson reportedly in talks to join the MCU.
I heard. Me
We
too.
don't know.
I love her.
Oh, extra techie is here
Hey,
for all the
Extra Techie.
dabs.
That's ridiculous. That must be Sean. That must be Sean.
Sean knows about the dabs.
Sean's a son of a bitch sometimes. That's all I can say. Because Extra Techie would never do that. Sean, on the other hand, total dick.
Well, Sean's a teacher.
Total dick.
Well, I can understand though.
There you
He
go.
thinks I'm a child, and this is the shit he'd want to say to a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You little son of a bitch. That's what he'd want to say to somebody.
Techie, Ack Ack, techie.
Ack Ack Techie.
Ack Ack Ack.
All right, so Do you need to take a mid-show sabbatical?
I don't, but I feel like at some point I will. So do we cross that bridge when it comes?
No, I think we should do it as scheduled. You should just handle your
Just
business.
go, man.
Just let it go. Here goes. Me and Chantal will talk while you're gone.
Yeah.
Then I
behind
get to
your back.
talk to you.
Hello, this is George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
You guys are fucking sick.
That was another one of our friends. Oh fuck! How am I drawing a blank?
That's because you have
Keith-
too many
Keith
people
Lehman.
employed. Do you guys do anything?
No,
Jesus.
no. That was our buddy Keith Lehman. He sent us an awesome bit about Aaron Rodgers, and I think I should probably play that too. Let me find it.
Poor Aaron.
Oh, so good. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry,
All
I
right.
think he's hot.
Here we go. I hope this isn't too loud because I haven't adjusted the sound.
Uh-oh.
Fuck Ohio State. Fuck them over the ass with a big fat rubber dick. Fucking assholes. Who the fuck wants to go to Ohio anyway? Dumb motherfuckers.
Oh, super quiet. Did you hear it?
I did.
It's way super quiet, but man,
No, I
that's
heard
fucking
it.
funny.
No, I heard it.
Fuck Ohio State. See,
Lunar Girl heard it.
he's a great guy.
Oh man.
Does all kinds of wonderful stuff for us and with us, and he's a I believe Southern New Jersey guy, town called Atco, which I have no idea where the fuck.
I
it is.
know
I've seen
nothing
it on
about
the map
Jersey.
once. It's very New Jersey-y. We've been there. Somebody was
To
telling
Jersey?
me not too long ago that Jersey was like the worst butthole zid on the country. or this
According
or
to
that.
New Yorkers.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've been to New Jersey. It's fine.
It's
A
fine.
place. It's
That's
a place
not
in the
selling
country.
it for me.
Yeah,
It's not
but
selling
that's
it for
the
me.
thing. Is there's nothing about New Jersey that makes it special. It's just New Jersey.
Then why am I going?
Well, I mean, you'll not have a bad time. It's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
There's no
You
selling
gotta
point.
eat at all the places though,
Yeah, there's great places to eat there.
and make sure
Okay.
you hit them up.
Food is
get the
always a good selling
Philadelphia
point.
cheese steak.
Yep.
Yes,
Go take the Kevin Smith tour. There's all kinds of
We
fun
went-
stuff.
we went to Geno's, and then there's the place right
That's
across
in
the street.
Philadelphia.
Oh, that's
in
fucking
PA.
Philly. That's in PA. But yeah.
Wow.
Damn it.
But New
You're
Jersey,
gonna send me on
we
a
did
wild
it all
goose
in-
chase.
right? New Jersey is full of just tons of classic diners.
Yeah.
Places
I'm
that,
down for
that
that.
have been there for 60, 70, 80 years, some of them, like the old like Fleetwood style Airstream, just like ridiculous amounts of yummy food, but don't
Still
eat
doesn't seem
scrapple.
worth it.
Try
Still doesn't
it.
seem worth
Just
going
try
to
it.
Jersey for.
Whatever you do, don't eat scrapple. They're going to try and get you to eat scrapple, but all
The fuck is
scrapple
scrapple?
is meat juice and dryer lint, and you don't want it.
It's not meat juice and dryer lint, but it kind of feels
Ew.
like it.
Ew.
It does. It feels like dryer lint. It's one of those
What?
local delicacies that like people who are from there are like, this shit's the best.
All right, I'm not.
But
I'm not
really
going.
it's not. It's like
I'm not-
like Scottish people are like, have the haggis. Don't have
No.
the fucking haggis.
No.
Don't have the haggis. It's gross.
Dude, there's a lot of scrapple love going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
scrapple
see
love.
that. I'm
So quite literally what
Stay away from
scrapple
Jersey.
is it's like a bunch of the leftover meat stuff from when they
Uh-huh.
were grinding up meat, assorted meats. It's not even just one meat. And then they mix it with, I want to say he said cornstarch and some other stuff.
Good.
And it's like turned into a loaf,
okay.
and then they slice it and then they fry it like Spam.
Oh, I love spam too.
And it just feels like dryer lint in your fucking mouth.
I mixed it with corned beef.
Yeah.
I had corned beef hash
Yeah.
and eggs, and I mixed it with that, and it was really good.
Very much has some of the flavor of corned beef hash. Believe it. I
It's
mean,
good stuff.
it's not that it tastes bad.
I enjoyed it.
But the mouthfeel is horrible.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It's like wet dryer lint fried.
See,
in a
I'm
pan.
a texture person, and you're grossing me out.
Me too.
So
me too. It was.
I don't want to try it. It could taste
It was
great,
gross.
but if that texture factor is there, then I'm out.
It's not like he's eating a Brillo pad.
It was.
That's why I don't like half the shit that I
it's
don't like.
not close.
It was a well softened Brillo pad.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's why I'm such a picky eater, because it's
Corned
a
beef
texture
hash
thing.
is delicious. Thank you, Zori.
Corned beef
hash
is
is
good.
Corned beef was
delicious.
delicious.
Both fresh and out of the can.
Or
I'll eat
also
either.
roast beef hash.
I get it
is
out of the
amazing.
can and fry it up. Get a nice egg over easy.
Yes.
Oh my god.
There is
Brady's speaking my language right now.
There's a place really close to here that makes brisket, and you get like the brisket and potatoes and stuff. And I will take the leftovers home, dice them up real fine, throw them in a frying pan, season them up, and make like brisket hash with it.
Okay.
Fuck me,
That sounds good. Spam is gross.
Chantal, have you ever taken the corned beef hash and the eggs, mixed it together, and then used bacon, nice crispy bacon, as the spoon?
No, but I will now.
You need to try that.
That's
It's
I will
fantastic.
now.
That could.
You said bacon, and that was it for me.
Zori is not having any of my Scrapple hate.
Yeah. Post that one up. Needs
Yeah.
to go to fuck on
so
with
funny.
Scrappling.
Put
I love it.
put that on a fucking t-shirt.
Hell yeah. That's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome.
Chantal, you got to go out for the bathroom break or anything?
No.
All right, let's just jump right
good.
into it.
Oh, I have to
If
go.
you
'cause
need a
I'm the
tinkle
child.
break, by all means.
No, I
But
don't.
I'm good.
Give me like 10 seconds or so of silence so I know where to break this off and delete this part. Only the YouTube gets to watch our Scrapple chat.
Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Cons, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show.
Fuck that stupid fucking mask.
We are fucking back.
Whoa.
I hate that fucking mask.
I was looking down and then I looked up and saw that. That is
Look at it.
creepy as
It fits
fuck.
so perfectly around his head. It's creepy.
I thought it was an effect for a second there.
Feels good. Feels like
That's what she said. That's weird.
see? Yeah.
She said it.
She
She
said
said
it.
the thing.
Yep. They all say that when they see my Yoda.
Oh my
She
lord.
said.
Unimpressive, that is.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh.
I'm not even going to try to top it. I'm not going to try to do the voice.
Me
It's
either.
like, nope,
was
you got it.
solid.
You won.
Yeah, that was solid.
All right. Our main topic tonight is a movie that, of course, we all fucking love.
We have a main topic.
We do. It's
Shit.
only the reason why we're here.
Only an hour in.
You know, I was just telling him I submitted our show for this other guy's podcast where he critiques
Yes.
other podcasts
Mm-hmm.
because it came up
I
in
started
the
talking about it
in the
earlier.
chat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm assuming the biggest thing is he's gonna go, well, when the fuck do you guys talk about what the fuck you're gonna talk about?
Yeah, it's probably going to happen.
Because I mean, if you've been watching the show, we talk for an hour before we get into the main topic almost.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I
it's not
forgot why I
because we
was
don't
even
want to
here.
talk. Huh?
I forgot why I was even here.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing here?
It's not that we don't want to talk about it. It's just that there's so much else to talk about too.
And we
That's
go
fine.
sometimes on little tangents.
Yep. Sometimes we're done talking about all the other things in like 15 minutes and we dive headlong into the show.
But that hasn't happened a lot.
Not lately.
No.
We've had lots to talk about.
We
All right.
started talking more about our week.
Yeah.
Now, and we're not even talking about the main topic right now.
Right. Now,
Even though we're trying to get into the main
Yeah,
topic,
we're trying.
not talking about the main
Still
topic.
deviating.
right. See what happens if there isn't real notes.
Damn it.
We're never going to
What?
talk about anything.
What notes? Fuck notes.
She's like, I didn't read shit.
Fuck notes.
I did.
That's what happens when you listen to Yoda music.
Hey,
Fuck notes.
fuck notes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, the chat's already doing it. Mars Attacks, 1996 comic science fiction film directed by Tim Burton. And if you are a 90s kid, you know Tim Burton.
Yeah. And the thing is, I didn't realize back in the day this was a Tim Burton movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I watch it as an adult, I'm like, oh, this is all the Tim Burton.
Yeah, this is the Timmiest of Burton
Oh,
films.
look at that.
I feel the opposite.
Do you?
I actually feel like it's very un-Tim Burton like.
Really?
Yes.
In the way that you feel like Nightmare Before Christmas is the Tim
When I
Burton
think of when you think of Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, even down to the two Batmans, Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, like I still just like watching Mars Attacks, I still kind of forgot it was a Tim Burton film. And then Danny Elfman's music doesn't even really sound like Danny Elfman's music that much to me. So I actually kept forgetting it was a Tim Burton film.
Well, the thing about that is this is the only Tim Burton film that I'm aware of that's a comedy.
I will say it is his funniest, but there is always a little bit of humor thrown in Tim Burton movies.
Dark.
And it's normally more dark. And that's why I say this is all out comedy, which is why I feel like it doesn't feel like a Tim Burton film.
Even most of the comedy's dark. Like it's comedy, but it's twisted.
To a certain extent. Like to me, Beetlejuice is like the only other like comedy that Tim Burton has.
Right.
Because Beetlejuice is funny as fuck.
That's true. So
yeah.
I guess there's two. Now this is two comedies.
Yeah, I would say there's two.
The vibe of this is very much like Beetlejuice.
Yes, I was gonna make a point about that when we get into it.
The vibe, not the storyline.
I guess I'm thinking more the aesthetic, not so much the vibe. The aesthetic, Beetlejuice has a very set aesthetic.
Yeah.
But there's
even
a
like if you watch the cartoon,
movies, though.
What's that?
Cartoon. The Beetlejuice cartoon.
Yep. There's things that are happening in this movie in the same way they happen in Beetlejuice, where your brain is saying, I should feel really disturbed by what I just saw.
But I'm not.
Funny.
But I'm
exactly.
Like the opening scene of this movie is the one farmer going, do you smell barbecue?
Which I don't even remember that at all.
said
When
the
the movie
same
started,
thing
I was like, "What the fuck is this? I don't remember this."
I said the same thing to Don when we were watching it earlier. I was like, "Oh, when I watched this earlier, I didn't remember this part."
At
He's like,
all.
"Oh, I remembered it."
And legit, a
being
whole
serious.
stampede of cows come over the hill on
I
fire.
don't think I've seen this movie since I was 13 or 14 years old. It's because it used to
Yeah.
be on a lot, and I used to watch
Mhm.
it during the summer, like, all the time.
I think it was on
But it's been a
HBO.
while.
I
Yeah, it
think it
was
was
always
one
on
of
one of
those
the movie
movies.
channels. Yeah, it was always
it
on
was
one of the
it,
movie yeah.
it
Mhm.
was one of those movies like HBO would buy for cheap
Mhm.
and replay every 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like Beetlejuice. That's how I saw
Yeah.
Beetlejuice so many times. It
Me
was on
too.
HBO twice a day.
Yeah.
Me too.
So this movie had like a ridiculous all-star cast. Every once in a while we get these movies that kind of come together as a result of all these famous people wanting to
Mhm.
hang out together.
Yeah.
So this movie had Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Annette Bening, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, Martin Short, Sarah Jessica Parker, Michael J. Fox, Rod Steiger, Tom Jones, Lucas Haas, who I don't remember who the fuck that is, Pam Grier, Natalie Portman, Jim Brown, Jack Black, Lisa Marie, and Sylvia Sidney,
Mhm.
just before she passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, I watched this with my mother-in-law, and she goes, "Tom Jones." When she seen that, she goes, "I'm surprised I haven't seen this yet." And I started laughing my ass
I
off.
love
It's super
Tom
funny
Jones.
that you would ever
I'm
watch
with her.
anything because it had Tom Jones. in
Yeah,
it.
but that's the type of music she likes and stuff like that. So
Right.
it was funny.
It's just
Tom
unusual.
Jones is
Right.
great.
Not unusual. It's not
It's
unusual.
not
It's not-
unusual.
It's not unusual.
Nice.
That joke was obligatory, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. It had to be done.
You're up, baseball player.
I had to take a drink.
I seen you. You were thirsty.
A spaceship is seen departing from Earth and returning to Mars, where it gathers hundreds of other Martian ships and heads back to Earth. U.S. President James Dale, played by Jack Nicholson, along with his aides, addresses the United States concerning this historical event.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
One of the things I noticed first here is the staging. Like Jack Nicholson's like reading this big paper, and then for absolutely no reason, looks over the top of the paper, so you know it's Jack Nicholson.
Mhm.
You're like, oh yeah, famous guy.
Here.
Oh my god. Several days later, the president's science aides set up a first contact meeting with the Martians in Pahrump, Nevada, which I can't even pronounce, as Dale watches the development on television with his wife, Marcia, played by Glenn Close, and his daughter, Taffy, which I don't get that fucking name, played by Natalie Portman. Who names her kid
I had a
Taffy?
dog named Taffy.
Did you?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
when I was little.
Dude,
You're
when we
just
were
like-
watching this earlier, oh, the pizza that Taffy is eating
Yeah.
looks so delicious.
This guy got
Mhm.
wet like it was prom.
It was, oh my God, the
But
pizza
I
looks
kinda
so
seen that. I
good.
was like, man, that pizza looks good.
Yeah, it was
They
that.
did, and then they showed it again, and I like,
he did. But it was that perfect, like almost all cheese pizza with the grease sitting on the top.
yes. Stop it.
I know.
Oh my Lord in
I know.
heaven.
I
That
know.
pizza.
You know, that's the kind of pizza that you like have to clean the red grease off the corner of your mouth when you eat it. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him. Cold shower.
I
dude.
know. It's like it's Christmas.
It is Christmas. Because you know what I think of? I think of this year, 1996. You know why? Sabaro's pizza was good in 1996. And that's the kind of fucking pizza that reminds me of.
Yeah.
This is absolute truth.
God,
They
I
had that
miss
great
that.
big chunks of sausage on them.
Yeah, but this when they were good, like
Yeah.
you tell that to people now, they're like, "You mean the
Ew.
pizza place at the mall?
Yeah.
Fuck that
Zori.
place."
You said the bad word.
What'd she say? Moist?
Oh, she said, "I'm feeling moist with all this
Get her,
pizza
Lunar.
talk."
Oh,
Get her.
That's fantastical.
Zori's my
Get
kind of
her.
girl. She gets moist over pizza.
Yeah, dude. Food is delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
if
not
I had a
denying it.
girl that got moist over pizza, we'd get takeout every night.
Yeah, buddy.
Using a translation machine, the ambassador of Mars announces that they come in peace. When a hippie releases a dove as a symbol of peace, the ambassador shoots it before he and the other Martians massacre most of the people at the event. Using a ray gun, it leaves only a skeleton behind of whoever is shot by it.
Which was fantastic.
It was
This movie
fantastic.
cracks
And they
me
were
up,
either
man.
a green skeleton or like a pinkish red skeleton.
So, fun fact, the green and red skeletons were because this movie was intended to come out at Christmas.
Christmas. Yep.
But it also harkens back to the green and red skeletons from Beetlejuice.
Oh, I did not know that. But that I love the festiveness of Christmas. That's good. The Christmas spirit
too.
was alive in this movie.
I think they
And I
ended
didn't
up
even know that.
Oh boy.
releasing it around Halloween time. I don't know why they changed it. It would have been a great Christmas movie.
I think so.
I know.
Dude, and where does this guy get off calling that guy a hippie just because he released a dove?
Yeah, right.
He could have been a construction worker.
Yeah, it's totally profiling in an
Yeah,
unnet.
I don't. It's unnecessary.
You
It's unnecessary.
read the
We don't
fucking
need
next
that.
cell, you hippie.
We don't need that. The people killed included General Casey, played by Paul Winfield, news reporter Jason Stone, played by Michael J. Fox, and young private Billy Glenn Norris, played by Jack Black, which blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, I forgot.
I completely forgot. And this is like before I think Jack Black really blew up and got big. So
yeah,
you're
because
like,
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, I didn't know Jack Black before this movie. I forgot he was in. I was like, who the fuck is he? I was like, oh, he's playing this Gomer Pyle motherfucker. I was like, what the?
Right.
And he was so
and I
skinny
can't,
too.
you can't picture him playing that character now.
He's
No.
so super thin in this movie.
Yeah.
I
is.
didn't even almost didn't recognize him.
Yeah, he's not portly.
The fucking scene where he's running with the fucking rifle.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Like, what is that?
but I can still see Jack Black running like that
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
definitely.
now.
I can see him for real running like that, not even as a joke.
Before capturing chat show host and Stone's co-worker and girlfriend, Natalie Lake, played by Sarah Jessica Parker, and her pet Chihuahua, Poppy.
Poppy.
Yes, the infamous Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
You okay?
No, I've been drinking. Fuck off, you guys.
Hey.
You guys are very mean.
Now I'm
know.
sure
I
that
don't
you
need this.
Hello, are
You
you
don't-
new?
Get
Are
outta
you not in
here.
the chat room every day with me?
right.
Seriously.
I
Rip
feel
everybody
like
to shreds.
you're probably not going to agree with us, Chantal, but we discussed earlier that sometimes, well, not even
Mhm.
sometimes, but a lot of time, but not all the time, Sarah Jessica Parker's hot as shit.
Yep. But then there's the other times where you're just like, huh? Yeah.
It's almost like she's got a different face.
Yeah. Like she changes it.
So, I just rewatched Sex in the City for the millionth time because I'm a
Never seen it.
huge,
I've seen
huge fan of the
episodes.
show. I'm a huge
I've
fan
seen
of the show. I personally think it's actually very funny, and I sometimes forget like just how funny I actually do think it is because the writing is very smart. Personally, probably not the best example of women, but still, it's entertaining. It's entertainment. My personal opinion, I do agree. I think there are sometimes that she looks really, really good. And I do think that there are some times where no, she doesn't look the best. Because I was
She
even
looks like a
doing that
fool.
while I was watching the show. There were certain seasons where I was like, you know, man, she looks really good here. And then there were other seasons where I was like, the fuck is wrong with her? Like, why does she look the way she
What happened?
Right.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Because she really does have the ability to look really, really good. She
Yep.
looks like a
Yeah,
good-
she does.
I
She
you
can
know,
look
I
like a
find that
smoke
really
show.
funny that that coming from I mean, leave her alone, man. Don't comment on people's looks.
Well,
That's what we're doing.
like I was
I'm
telling
sure
Brady,
the people who make the comments are not any better looking than she is. So lay
well,
off
that's
of her.
the thing is I can say a woman's ugly because this is a YouTube show and everyone can see I'm ugly as shit.
Yeah.
I look like a
Like-
bucket of yuck.
Yeah, I'm like, well, there's, just punching up
Listen.
over here. Leave me alone.
She's got a shit ton of money. She's made a great career
Right.
for
You know,
herself.
she obviously knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. She's got her own fucking shoe line.
She's got enough money. She
Her
could
looks
pay me
to
to
me,
go fuck
She
myself.
was on a
What? It's nothing to
television
do with
show called
anything.
Sex in the City.
Right. Which I'm sure she got both.
Oh, and the monies.
I was telling Brady not too long ago, though, Sarah Jessica Parker having a prominent role. Well, I don't know how prominent it was, but it was a good role in Flight of the Navigator. She was
love that
officially
movie.
my
The
first
nurse.
movie crush.
Yeah, she
I
was
remember
one
her.
of my first before I knew what having a movie crush was.
Like,
I remember her in that movie. That was probably the
She
first
was-
movie I saw her in.
Yeah.
she was so attractive in that. I was like maybe 9 or something when I saw that the first time, and I was like, "Oh, I'm marrying that chick." And the fucking punk rock hair and talking about going to a Twisted Sister concert. I'm like, uh-huh.
But I will say this: she looks terrible in this movie. That
It's not her
Bob
best.
does not work
Yeah,
for her.
That's where the conversation began.
Yeah. It wasn't shit on Sarah Jessica Parker Day or anything.
Oh no. I
And I
believe me, I
mean-
agree with you when I say that she looks good sometimes, and other times she
Yeah,
looks like a wreck.
exactly. That's all I was.
Yeah.
It was just like a point. It was just something I thought of, and I was like, I wonder if other people feel this way.
No,
But
they
that's-
do. No, you're not. the
I don't
only one.
know if
feel the
that's
exact same way.
untrue a lot of the times. Like there's a lady that we work with that, you know, the guys I work with have often commented, she looks really good today, or I don't know what happened today, but she didn't bring it today. You know, because of course you're gonna boil whoever it is down to their lowest
Right.
common denominator when they walk by.
You think I haven't done that to guys?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Women are more ruthless than any men I've ever been around.
I'm picky as fuck
See?
when it comes to men. Are you? I'm the first to admit it. I have a very particular type.
That motherfucker's wearing jorts.
She has a very
Yeah.
particular set of
A
skills.
very particular type. And if you don't meet that type, get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
well, you know, it's a thing.
Everyone
It's
has a
thing.
type. Everyone has a
But
type.
my point is, we are not all our best all the time.
No,
Tis
not
true.
at all.
Tis
I had
true.
to
So
put this
if
face
Sarah
on for you
Jessica
guys.
Parker
What do you
was
think?
listening to the show,
Yeah,
I hope you
please
weren't
forgive
offended.
me, I guess. Or tell me to go fuck myself if you
Say,
care.
listen, ugly poor guy.
Yeah, ugly poor guy.
Shut up.
Yeah. You should
Sorry,
definitely go
you're
fuck yourself.
terrible. Sorry, you're terrible.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't even drink the whiskey I'm drinking. It's probably swill.
Ugh, I brush my teeth.
Yeah,
with
I
that
brushed my
whiskey.
teeth with fucking whiskey. That cheap,
how
you
I-
piece of shit.
Ugh.
Oh man.
Uh,
Where are we? Oh. Believing the
Don't-
Martians
Don't,
is
you,
so-
don't you fucking roll your hand at me like it's my turn.
I was rolling my hand at her.
Oh, sure.
I'm
You
going.
just
Believing the Martians at the Dove symbolized war, Dale tells Professor Donald Kessler, played by Pierce Brosnan, to renegotiate with the Martians, whose ambassador later requests to address the U.S. Congress. At this meeting, the Martians massacre most of Congress.
Did you not sit? We're sitting here watching this, and I'm like, isn't it
was so
hilarious? They're
funny.
like, yeah, we're gonna go address Congress, and we're gonna let these Martians who had the guns and killed all these people and slaughtered a
just
bunch,
walk right in.
just walk right
Right
back
in,
in with their
that's right.
slaughtering weaponry.
That's why it cracked me up so much. This would not happen.
No,
The fuck if
there's
this would
no
happen?
possible way.
No, you know what? I was watching this, and I was like, we're dumb enough to let this shit happen.
It's true. It's true. And then like we're watching it, and I'm like, that's clearly not Congress. Like the room that they're in is maybe a big church
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, it's not.
It's like I was just sitting there going, this is not even remotely
The
close
budget was-
what the
the
Congress
budget was
chambers look
used-
like.
The budget was used on all the stars.
Right,
Yeah.
for sure. Kessler begs the Martian ambassador to stop, but is knocked unconscious and taken aboard their ship, where he's later shown with his body dismembered and his disembodied head remaining animated. General Decker, Rod Strieger, oh, that's who Rod Strieger is. He played General Decker.
Yes.
Tries to persuade Dale to retaliate with nuclear warfare, but he refuses.
General Decker made me laugh.
He was
Yeah,
really
guy
fucking
was-
funny.
Yeah, every time he was spouting off about war and we need to
He's
blow
so
him up with the
gung-ho.
nukes, I was like, this dude, he's lost his
Right?
shit.
And then the scene where President Dale looks at his wife and says, "What do you think we should do?" And she's like, "Well, kick their asses." And the
Mhm.
general's like, "Yeah, what she
Yes,
said."
When
finally.
she said, let's do it.
Someone on my side.
I'm like, "Oh, fucking warmonger's gonna warmonger."
Hmm.
After a failed attempt to assassinate Dale, in which a disguised Martian is killed, the Martians invade Earth in droves, starting with Washington, D.C., and quickly spreading around the globe. As they attack the White House, the U.S. Secret Service evacuates Dale, but Marcia is crushed to death by the Nancy Reagan chandelier, and Taffy is separated from them during the chaos.
This is where the movie really starts to amp up the holy shit.
And it amped up quick.
Yeah, you went
In my
from
opinion.
like, well,
0 to
this is a
60
thing.
quick. Yeah.
The female Martian was
Mhm.
played by Lisa Marie,
Mhm.
and like I was telling Brady earlier, the dog that Sarah Jessica Parker walks around with, and ultimately wears her body or
Mhm.
her head ends up on the dog's body. Is it?
That's her dog.
That's Lisa Marie's dog.
Mhm.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
It's
That
just
was cool. Fun
it's
little
just
knowledge.
that's one of the things about one of these movies where it's star-studded cast,
Mhm.
but it feels a little small.
Right.
You get weird little things like that. Oh, we need a dog. I got a dog.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
You know.
We'll use your dog.
Okay, bring your dog.
She was sewn into that dress, by the way.
She was literally
Literally sewn into the
Yep.
dress so it could make
'Cause
it
they didn't wanna
flawless
have
and stay
seams.
tight. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mhm.
And she was with
Could
Tim
you
Burton for a
imagine?
long time too. They were engaged.
Yeah.
That kind
She
of
had we'll call them hips.
Oh, hips.
Hips
She
don't lie.
was having some hips. The scenes where she's like walking like this fucking crack me up every
I
time.
like
I
it when
know,
she
the way
tries
she
to catch
walks.
up. When she tries to catch up, she's like
Yes.
all fast.
And Martin Short turns around and goes, "You're so graceful."
Martin Short's so fucking creepy in this movie.
Oh God, we were talking about
God,
he
he's
is
so
really creepy.
His
He does it
hair,
so well though.
He does. He really does. He's so funny.
Have you seen the new show that he's on with Steve Martin?
No, I'm
Only
actually going to start
Murders in the
that.
Building?
Yeah, I'm actually going to start that this week. It's being recommended to me by literally everybody that I know. And as a big
It's
Steve
really
Martin and Martin
funny.
Short fan, like it's on the top of it's like the top of my list, believe me.
You won't be disappointed. It's good.
I know I won't. I love those two. They're so
Too
funny.
much
And I like
Apple-
Selena Gomez.
Apple Plus and all this. I can't compute.
What
know,
is that
I'm telling
on?
you, I'm cutting the cord. There's no point in me having cable anymore.
Oh, you have
What's the
cable
point?
still?
I still do. I'm gonna cut the cord. I should never have done it.
Yeah.
I just need internet
it
at this
down.
point. I am.
Burn it
I
down.
am. Fuck Xfinity. After the president of France is assassinated by the Martians that night, the U.S. government attempts a nuclear attack on the Martian mothership, but that proves futile, and the Martians continue destroying Earth and start defacing and vandalizing world landmarks. This movie's fucking crazy.
I love when they're taking the picture.
Yeah, they're taking selfies in front of shit they're about ready to blow up.
But these were before selfies were selfies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they were like super fucking early.
Hell yeah.
And I want to say they were holding a camera.
I think no, they
Mhm.
had one setting them up. There
Is
was
that
a
what
guy
it-
setting it up. He was
Okay.
setting it up, but still.
Yeah. Just for people who give a shit, Only Murders in the Building is on Hulu.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Which we have, Chantal, we have Hulu Live, and we're
Uh-huh.
really happy with it. It's like $65 a month.
I have Hulu through the Disney Plus package because I have
Uh-huh.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN all together, but I don't
Right.
think it gets me the Hulu Live. Like the only way to do Hulu Live, I would have
Is
to
to upgrade.
discontinue the bundle. No, you can't even upgrade. If it's tied to Disney Plus, they won't let you upgrade. I would literally
Oh,
have to
that
get rid of
sucks.
the bundle and pay for Hulu separately, which I'm not going to do because I don't really watch Hulu like at all.
Yeah.
At all.
That
I keep it
sucks.
really for the ESPN and for the Disney Plus.
Yeah, but if you had... Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I really don't watch Hulu like at all. It would be a waste for
Yeah,
me
but
to.
Hulu Live is like live TV.
Yeah,
It's like all the stations you get
right,
on your cable.
right.
But
Which I don't.
if you started
I don't
having to
watch
pay
it.
for Disney Plus, and I could see how that would suck.
Yeah, no, it's too much. It's too much. And I just tacked on Apple Plus. I can't have any more stream. I'm actually about to get rid of Netflix
Yeah,
because I only watch Stranger Things and
I
now
have
Squid
not
Game.
yet watched Stranger Things.
And now Squid Game. What?
I've seen the first
Oh,
season.
if you love the 80s and if
Mhm.
you love Steven Spielberg and Stephen King, like that kind of vibe, I think
Yeah.
you'll really like Stranger Things. I'm actually doing a rewatch right now. I love
Well,
that show.
I wanted to start watching it, but like I watched an episode or part of an episode,
Mhm.
and it was like super late,
Uh-huh.
and I don't really like scary movies, and it was a little bit on the edge of like maybe being
It is.
jarring. I wouldn't say
It
scary,
is.
but jarring.
Yeah.
And I don't like
It's
to
a
watch
little
that
dark.
shit right before I go to sleep.
Oh my god.
It's good. I don't like scary movies like you.
Do you need
but
a
it's good.
nightlight? Do I need to
Yes.
send you a nightlight?
Maybe
Send
a
him-
blankie.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's just a thing I avoid, like drinking a bunch of fucking water before I go to bed.
It's weird that as I've gotten older, I'm meeting more and more guys that don't seem to like the horror genre or get into that scary factor.
I've never
But
been
I'm
into
meeting
it.
more, but I'm meeting more and more chicks that are in. That's what I find funny.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I like
wonder
slasher
why.
movies from when we were young or whatever. I love all of those.
I don't mind
But
slasher movies, but they're not scary. I don't find them to be scary is my
Right.
problem. And I like
I
I
don't-
like scary movies.
If I want to be scared, I'll turn on CNN.
Oh jeez.
It's just
If I
one
want
of
to be
those things,
angry, I'll turn on the news, and I don't want to be angry, so
right?
I
I
don't watch
like
the news at all
I like to be
anymore.
thrilled. I like roller coasters, and I like going to a haunted house or whatever.
Yeah,
But to sit there and just be
and watch
scared
something
by
you don't
some
like it.
I don't mind jump scares. That kind of stuff
Mhm.
doesn't bother me, but like legitimately scary content, I just I've raised
Don't
fucking
watch
two
the
children.
Don't watch The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
No, I'll pass.
It's really, really good, but that can get a little scary.
I've raised two children. Like I know real terror.
Yeah, you're like, that's the horror story there.
Yeah, like the that's all I ever think about when I watch this shit is like, oh, that could happen to my kid, and then all of a sudden it's a different feeling, So anyway, back to Mars Attacks. Eventually, the Martian leader and two other Martians breach the bunker where Dale has been taken and reduce Decker to the size of an insect before killing him.
Mhm.
I thought it was interesting that they dealt with him completely different than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Martians kill everyone else in the bunker except for Dale, who makes an impassioned speech in an attempt to plead for peace and his life. The Martian leader appears to be moved by his speech and then seemingly agrees to a truce with Dale, but then uses a gadget disguised as a hand to kill him.
Yeah, he did. Very go gadget.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. This whole fucking sequence is meant to look like it's something like big and elaborate, but when you
Mhm.
watch it again, like the set is so
It's so bare.
chintzy and bare.
Yeah, it's so nothing.
Mhm.
It reminded me of watching Batman 89 again, like we did last year for the
Yeah.
show. Like there's so many set pieces where I was like, this is an elaborate, wonderful thing in 1989.
Yeah.
And when you rewatch it in 2000, you're like, there's almost no detail to any of this.
Oh, this movie did not age well.
No,
No.
it did not age well.
Visually, it did not age well at all.
But I think a lot of it at the time, it wasn't even contemporary. Like a lot of it
Right.
was meant to look like films from way before.
From
Right,
back
right. It
in
was
the
supposed to
day.
be cheesy.
Yeah, there's a bit of an homage to a film style from the 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if some of the sets were intended to look like they were from that time, or if they just didn't spend the money on them.
No. I was just gonna say I did read trivia that they said that everything down to the equipment that they were using, the uniforms that they were wearing, the guns that the military were using, they were all based in the 1950s. Like none of that was supposed to be. It was supposed to kind of be an homage to those kind of movies and serials of the 1950s about Earth being invaded and stuff.
Right.
So that's why I thought it was funny, because it really is. It's a parody. It's supposed to be poking fun of all that shit.
It kind of reminds me of the movie with John Goodman, where he was he traveled around with the movie theater stuff, and he like he was showing that movie Mant, and there was like dudes running around the theater in costumes and like buzzers in the seats.
You lost me.
What the fuck movie was that?
Are you sure that's a movie?
Yes, it was so fucking good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that something that was just going on in your head? Bad dream you had?
I'll look it up while Brady reads this next part.
Ooh, ravaging. As the Martians ravage Las Vegas, Byron Williams, played by Jim Brown, a former world champion boxer turned casino employee, leads a small group of survivors consisting of Barbara Land, Annette Benning, Tom Jones, Byron's co-worker waitress Cindy, and a rude gambling lawyer, Danny DeVito, to an airfield, hoping to fly a small jet to safety. They barely make it there, with the Martian killing the lawyer in the process, but discover a large group of Martians, along with the ambassador, stationed there as they prepare to take off. You figured it out.
I did. The name of the movie was Matinee. And not Marine.
Don't know.
Marine.
Fucking, I didn't need the help, Google. Okay, Matinee. 1993 is when this movie came out. That was the thing I was looking for. It takes place during the Cuban Missile Crisis and scares all the people in the town.
I think I remember this. I vaguely remember this movie.
They think they're under attack by the Cubans. It reminds me very much of the basic story of the War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Gotcha. When it was read on air and people thought that the fucking aliens were coming.
Yeah.
Dragon Buddy coming through Matinee. I'm telling you, go back and watch this movie. It's super fucking good. And it's John Goodman at his John Goodman-y best. Like,
I love John Goodman.
Like, it's like post Roseanne.
Okay.
He's like big fun John Goodman.
Good night, Alan.
Before he turned into sad old John Goodman, who I still adore. But I mean, this is like he's John Goodman.
Right.
And the role is
John Goodman as John Goodman.
Exactly. Like he's playing fucking John Goodman.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good.
Best guy to play John Goodman would be John Goodman.
I think so.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, Chantal, what happens next?
So Byron creates a diversion by challenging them to a fist fight, which cracked me up. He successfully kills the ambassador, but is outnumbered and overwhelmed by the other Martians. Tom, Barbara, and Cindy manage to escape.
Tom Jones, everybody. While going to rescue his grandmother, Florence, Billy Glenn's brother, Richie, Lucas Haas. That's who Lucas Haas was.
Lucas Haas. I was going to tell you that.
I like him and stuff, but he's always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
Richie discovers that the Martians' head explode when they hear Slim Whitman's Indian love call, which, as we played in the beginning of this show, almost made my head explode.
It's close.
Me
It's
too.
close.
Yeah, Zori Blissful mentions too arachnophobia. That's another like excellent fucking John Goodman being John Goodman role.
King Ralph was awesome. I haven't seen King Ralph in such a long
fuck yes.
time.
Who brought that up?
Dragon Buddy.
DB.
Oh, so good.
King
Well
Ralph was
done,
amazing.
Dragon Buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, the pair then drive around town using the song to kill Martians and broadcast the song on a local radio station thereafter. Armed forces broadcast the song around the globe, killing the Martian leader and most of, if not all, of the other Martians.
Sons of bitches need to go.
I don't know what the hell happened. I must have choked on dust ball or something.
I was going to say
What?
something else.
Yeah.
That's what she said?
Spotted dick.
That's what Zori said.
I don't know. Out of nowhere, fucking spotted
sorry, that
dick
was
enters
Lunar.
the chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lunar girl with the
That was
spotted
Lunar.
dick. Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
Are you okay,
Spotted
Don?
dick. I don't think
Natalie?
so.
Natalie and Kessler's disembodied heads kiss while the Martian ship they are on crashes into the ocean, killing both of them. That was fantastical.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Fucking poor Natalie and Kessler. Just get fucked with this entire movie.
Uh-huh.
They just wanted each other.
Yeah.
And then here they are.
It's
The
okay.
dog in the head.
They got a kiss.
Well, no, she completely detached from the
They both
the
did.
dog. So they were just heads.
Yeah,
rolling
so
around.
they
that's
just head
right.
and they roll.
They rolled close enough to kiss.
They
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
It was, yeah.
so happy.
It was very alien-y.
Alien.
Alien-y.
Okay. Stop.
What made you want to do this movie, by the way? I
Because
haven't
it's
thought about
fucking
this
funny.
movie but I haven't thought about this movie in so long. So when you guys said it, I was like, oh,
It's a
Mars
Halloween movie to
Attacks.
me.
I was like, I haven't heard this movie.
It's a Halloween movie to me
Yeah.
in the way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It just
Whatever. I don't.
Die Hard is a Christmas
don't
movie. Is that
wanna
what you're
get into that.
wondering about?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. 'Cause it makes me upset. It
One
pisses
day.
me off.
One
It
day,
fucking pisses me
Chantal.
off because I don't consider it to be a Christmas movie.
I will not hear your evil ways.
To me, if it's a Christmas movie, I won't want to watch it outside of Christmas time. And to me, Die Hard is something that I can watch outside of December. You know what I mean? So I don't consider it to be a Christmas movie, even though it's set during Christmas time.
says
Whatever,
the girl
man.
that would watch Nightmare Before Christmas in May.
That's not a Christmas movie either.
Or a
To me,
Halloween movie.
To me, Before Christmas is a Halloween movie. And I don't really watch that
Lunar Girl's really pissed me
outside of
off.
it either.
Oh,
Huh?
is she fucking elbow coughing at you?
No.
Oh, she still doesn't like Die Hard.
Who doesn't like Die Hard?
Fucking, I mean,
Lunar?
it's got Hans
Why?
Gruber.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber. Let's get into the aftermath.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That's my Hans Gruber impression.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for the
Awful.
aftermath?
Kind of shitty. I didn't like your
Mm.
direction.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. In the aftermath, Barbara, Cindy, and Jones emerge from a cave with some wild animals to see dozens of crashed Martian ships in Lake Tahoe. Taffy awards Richie and Florence the Medal of Honor. Byron, who survived the Martian brawl, arrives in Washington, D.C. to reunite with his former wife, Louise, and their two sons, Cedric and Neville, as the devastation is being cleaned up.
And one of those boys was Cedric, was played by Ray J. For those who are in the
Oh
know,
my God.
that was Ray J.
You're right. I didn't even, oh my God, I didn't recognize him.
I said to Brady, I don't know who Ray J is.
I was like, he's an entertainer, R&B singer. I think that's the best way to explain him. He is Brandy's little brother.
Is he?
The guy who made the sex
Sitting
tape
up in
with
my
Kim
room?
Kardashian.
Yeah, well, that's what he's That's what he's known for, you know what I'm saying?
Is
really
that
known for.
that's the guy from the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you lead with that? That was the guy that
Yeah,
banged Kim
that is what I was gonna
Kardashian.
say. That's
Sorry.
what you open up with.
I was trying to keep it PG.
What sense when?
Really? Really?
You said fuck 82
With half
times
the
already
shit
this
that comes
show.
out of your fucking mouths and you're trying to keep it
Mom!
PG.
I feel attacked. I need an adult.
You felt a little bit squeamish about talking about Ray J's dick on the show?
No, actually, to be honest with you, that's not the first thing I thought
I
about.
think we passed that with Spotted Dick.
It was not the first thing I thought about.
So there you have it.
I
Fresh
thought
on the
about-
escape pod. Ray J's got a spotted dick.
There
and
you
Brady
go.
doesn't think about it, but Don does.
And gave it to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. Just, with all that Kardashian in the trunk, that's got to be a lot of spots. I'm just saying.
Whose turn is it to read?
I don't know.
Oh, Ray J's. All right. So, Mars Attacks was a bubblegum trading card series that was chronicled a fictitious alien invasion. In total, there was 55 cards, each adorned with a grim painting by comic book artist Norman Saunders. And many of these images were downright unsettling, according to the interwebs.
I want to look at them.
They pretty much look fresh out of the fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they took the aliens and some of the scenes that they recreated directly off of these cards.
Yeah. And they wanted to make it darker.
Yeah.
But of course, they
Holy
didn't want to.
shit.
They didn't want to rated R. So, because
Well-
apparently their guns could do like different things. Like if they blasted them, they could do like different things. But some of them were really graphic, so they
Right.
went with just the skeleton.
I think some
just
of them were set to
disintegrated.
melt,
Yeah, melt, like dismember, like some really
explode,
crazy shit. Yeah, really crazy
blow
shit.
holes in the center of
Mhm.
people.
Yep.
That's crazy. Those are cool pictures.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean,
cool art cards.
yeah,
Whatever.
the aliens were almost lifted exactly off of
Yeah.
the page,
Yeah.
like, or the
That's
card, so
awesome.
to speak.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
You want to read the next one, or you want Chantal to?
Do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oy.
Burton wanted his Martians to be animated via stop motion.
Yep. So they were going to be more of a claymation, stop motion-y.
So like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That would have been interesting.
the vibe he was going for, and I think maybe he was thinking more like what he did with like the sandworm in
Right.
Beetlejuice.
And Beetlejuice.
But I think that this way is better,
I
and
agree.
it lends to the silliness of what
Mhm.
you're watching.
I agree.
Once word got around that Nicholson would be involved, other celebs lined up to join the ensemble. We started getting requests from more stars than were parts for, Jem notes. It was like a tidal wave when Jack came on.
But I guess like beforehand, like they couldn't get anybody signed on to this movie.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
when they asked Jack what parts he wanted to play, he was like, all of them. So it almost could have turned into the Jack Nicholson show.
That would have been freaking crazy.
I had
That
to
would
read
be-
up on this. I was really surprised that he even did this movie.
Yeah.
But then I read and it said that he had just such a great working experience with Tim Burton on Batman that he didn't even like read the script. He just said yes, that he was going to do it. And that was it. And I'm like, gotta give it to an actor who enjoyed working with a director that much that just said, fuck it. I don't even care what's on the page. I'll
Right.
do it.
Right.
Because this is kind of like below his caliber. But I
That's
give it
what
to him
I
for
thought.
having such
I
a
thought it
great
was
sense of
below
humor,
a lot of
though.
these people's caliber.
It is. And they only did it, like you said, because he was there. Because that was my other thing. I was like, how did you get somebody like Annette Bening? And like,
Mhm.
why are these people in this movie?
I think
Glenn
this was
Close?
at the point, though, where Nicholson was well off into fuck you money,
Yeah.
where he was just like,
I'm so big.
yeah,
Yeah, he could do whatever he
I just want to go
wanted.
play with my friends. This is all
Yeah.
stupid. I have all the money.
Mhm.
what are we talking? This is 96.
These are
So
really
you're
what?
17 years after he got all that money he made from Batman.
Yeah.
And he got, if I remember correctly, from Batman, he got front end billing pay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice in all the title cards for Batman,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Nicholson's the first person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets top billing.
So over Mr. Mom and everything. Like this is the Jack Napier film, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So he got that money, plus he had some back end deal too. So when that movie did well,
Yeah, he chose to go with the profits route, with taking a percentage of what the movie brought in versus taking the money up front.
Right.
So he ended up getting the record for being one of the actors that's earned the most money ever for a superhero movie.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he negotiated well.
He's done that a couple times since then, where he's been like, no, this works, I'm doing this.
Right.
And it helped create that model where like some of these Marvel actors where they're like, we're going to pay you this. And if this movie does well, you're going to make all of this too.
You're better off doing it that way.
Which is exactly why Scarlett Johansson lost her fucking shit and sued Disney not too long ago.
Right.
Because they gave away her back end and she's like,
Right.
nah, bitch. I'm Scarlett Johansson. And I don't think you realize.
Mm-hmm.
Better recognize, motherfucker.
So it's interesting that's the way that shook out.
Yeah.
The Martian Girl's wig gave the actress Lisa Marie a nasty scar.
Oh shit.
Poor thing.
Because it was so big and heavy, I guess.
Ugh.
And I think I read somewhere that it was like 2 or 3 wigs actually sewn together because it was so big.
Wow.
And it was super heavy and whatever. I mean, she obviously didn't have to wear it a shit ton.
Right.
But apparently she wore it enough, it fucking cut her head. You want to read this one, Chantal?
Sure.
You still queued up?
Sure. The writers weren't sure what the Martians should sound like, so the script read Ack Ack Ack. For all their lines of dialogue, this became the actual words spoken by the Martians in the film.
That makes it even better.
Pretty genius.
Yeah.
Makes it even better.
Yep.
Ack, ack,
It's very fitting for a movie that references a film style from a bygone era.
Yep.
To have the central sound to be also from a completely, just bizarre left field fucking noise that
it's true.
Which to this day, like when you mention this film to somebody, what do they say?
Ack, ack, ack,
Oh, it's the
ack,
first thing
ack,
I thought
ack.
of.
Right.
It's the first thing I think of.
Want to?
The Martian Girl dress had no zipper or buttons like we previously spoke
There
about
you go.
to make it look as smooth as possible. So Lisa Marie had to be sewn into it every day she was on set.
Now,
Nuts.
correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember what did they make the body out of the alien that was in that suit?
It was like a silicone because he bites and they rips her lip and it
Yeah.
just rips.
Okay.
Mhm.
And they were using the chewing gum for the oxygen.
Mhm.
Right.
Nitrogen.
Whatever it was they breathe. Nitrogen, oxygen. It's not going to be the same thing. It'll kill
It's
you.
not
One will
important.
kill you. One will make you live.
Well, too much oxygen will also kill you.
Well, you know.
When people had their
Don't get
flesh
high on your own supply, man.
right.
Mhm.
When people had their flesh vaporized from their bones, the remaining skeletons were either red or green. Tim Burton explained it was done because the movie was scheduled to be released at Christmas. I forgot I put it in there. I wouldn't have brought it up earlier.
It's okay. It's all right.
Who
You're a
wants,
piece of shit.
who wants to read the last one here? Last movie fact. Come on.
I'll do it.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll
ahead,
do.
guest.
I'll go. I'm the guest.
No
I'll do it.
guest is here. Guest got it.
When Jack Black's character Billy Glenn says goodbye to his grandmother, she calls him Thomas, Jack Black's real first name. Ta-da!
I did not
I
fucking
did not know that.
Me neither.
So now we all know that it's Thomas Black.
Not
And
Jack.
that was even Jack Black.
Yeah, or that was even Jack Black. But you know, I always find it super interesting when somebody does something clever like that, writes into a script some little silly fact that most people don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
Same.
that's the fucking movie.
Hell yeah. It's a good movie.
Nice.
Go back, watch it. It hasn't aged well. You'll know it hasn't aged well.
But it's
And
fun.
you'll still laugh.
You still laugh. You'll still be like, why the fuck am I laughing at this?
And it moves along nicely. It's only an hour and
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
short.
and
Like I said, it ramps
feels
up
short by
quick.
today's standard.
Yeah, and it
Yep.
ramps up quick. So
Yep. And the jokes are quick. They just
Mhm.
kind of keep coming. Everybody make sure that you like this video.
Yes.
Give it a 5-star, no star, 2.5 star, general star, 4-star general.
2-star general.
Fair enough.
Both bunch of dicks.
It really helps people find us. And if you do, Mr. Lovin here, we'll read it live on the show, as he always does when nobody gives us reviews.
Yeah. Look, yep. You Are My Nerf Herder is the last review we've gotten.
It's true.
So
Wow.
write a review, even if you just want to put us on blast, be like, you guys suck. You read everything off of a fucking screen. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Fine. I'll
Is this
read
your
it.
review?
Maybe.
Yeah. A
Maybe.
friend of ours brought that up. Well, you guys read an awful lot. And I'm like, motherfucker, I got a
And you do
full-time
this.
job. You think I can remember the synopsis of a movie? Like I'm going to memorize it this week?
It's not happening. On top of all the other shit, it's not happening.
Yeah. My job is to come here, drink the whiskey, and he's entertaining.
It's
Right?
true. That's what we do.
That's the show.
There you go.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
In a
In
nutshell.
a pod.
In a pod. In a little pod.
Two
In a pod
douchebags in a
shell.
pod.
2 douchebags in a pod.
Tune in for
Dude, if we ever
season
make-
2 of
If we ever change our name like Sidebar Cantina,
Two
that's
Douchebags
one
in a
of the-
Pod.
Two douchebags in a pod. That's fantastic.
We should do it like put an accent on it so it sounds like douche.
Douche.
Two douches in a pod.
I think you guys are onto something.
Maybe. Make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast, because we're on all your favorite podcatchers.
All of them.
All of them.
Follow us on social media and interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Brady, tell these guys where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG underscore capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Jetfire1979 and at DellaSnooch on Instagram. Chantal, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at SelenaKyle729. And I would give everybody my Instagram, but I don't do enough on there.
Fair enough.
You're
so
also
follow us.
You're also on 2 other fantastic Red 5 Network podcasts.
Thank you. Yes, I'm on the Scarif Scuddlebutt podcast, and then I am co-host of the movie chat with Alan Press Play Studios, and that's a live show on YouTube every Thursday at 7:30.
Oh shit.
Super fun show.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it.
I've been on it once or twice, and
Always,
it's
have
awesome.
fun.
We almost won the game a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
We just
Yeah, I
couldn't close the
know.
deal.
Man, we came out the gate strong too.
I know, we were killing it, and then all of a sudden we were like, "Oh,
Fuck.
I don't know these
What
answers.
the
Damn
fuck?
werewolves.
yeah,
Fuck the
exactly."
two Joshes. I'm putting that out there.
Fuck the double Josh Hitman
Uh-huh.
team.
And
They didn't
Alan,
even
of
know
course,
anything about our
always a
movies
great
either.
host. Yeah, dicks.
Yeah,
And Alan,
they
always
just
a
got
great,
the easy
always a great
movies.
host. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Alan is fantastic.
Yeah.
Super fun guy to be around, and also responsible for the really awesome intro to this
You did a
show
great
that
intro.
you see
Yes.
on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Let me go back and talk about the fact that you can find us and other great shows at red5network.com.
Nice. They are great shows.
They
There's
are
all
great
kinds
shows.
of them. Chantel's on 2 of them.
Oh,
Mhm.
Hector's speaking Spanishese.
What? What do you say?
I believe he's talking to you, Chantal, and I guess maybe he doesn't realize that you're not so.
Te quiero con todo mi corazón. I care for you with all my heart. He cares for me with all of his heart. Feet, hands. I don't know what the other two words are.
Pies?
Pies.
No.
Mangoes.
Pulmones.
Pulmones?
Hector, I don't.
That's all one word.
In the words of Ron Burgundy, I don't speak Spanish.
Me either.
I'm the worst Cuban ever.
I don't speak Spanish.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
My heart and lungs.
Oh, there you go. Is that what it is?
He's putting it out there.
Thanks,
Getting his
Hector.
lungs out there.
Oh, no, I think
I'm the
Zori has it.
worst.
I love a moist cake.
Muy buen. It's time.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue.
Go blue.
Finish that off. You know what time it is?
It is.
It's pee time.
Oh, shit.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.